In this video, I'm going to expose why some people just seem to win all the time. They crush their fitness goals, business goals, and they just keep on winning. Is it just luck, or is there something more at play? Well, what if I told you that there was a scientifically proven way to trigger that feeling more often, to stack the deck in your favor and set off an upward spiral of confidence, motivation, and success? It's called the winner effect. Let's get it. We've all heard about rich getting richer, or talented people attracting more talent and resources. But this goes way deeper than circumstantial advantages. It's actually rooted to our hardwired biology. In a study, researchers set up a competition between two mice for territory. Initially, they gave mouse B a drug to ensure that mouse A will win the fight. In subsequent fights, even without the drug, mouse A continued to win. This is likely because mouse A had gained the confidence, higher testosterone levels, and a series of victories that boosted its dominance. To sum it up, this experiment illustrates a pervasive phenomenon. The more you win, the more likely you are to keep winning. This winner effect refers to how a single victory can spark this positive feedback loop in your brain and body that makes you more likely to keep on winning. It's like success breeds more success, but on a chemical level. So here's how it works. When you accomplish something, achieve a goal, or come out on top in a competition, your brain gets flooded with a potent cocktail of neurotransmitters, like hormones like dopamine, serotonin, and testosterone. These feel-good chemicals give you a surge of confidence, motivation, and competitive drive. But that's just the start. They actually alter your psychology in a way that primes you for future victories. It's a cyclical process that scientists have observed across the animal kingdom, from mice and monkeys to elite human athletes. So it's simple. The more you win, the more your brain gets coded for winning. And the more you lose, the harder it gets to break that downward spiral. Now, I know what you're thinking. Hey, I'm no pro athlete or fighter. How does this apply to my normal life? The answer is it applies in pretty much every area you can think of. It is not limited to competitions or being a big athlete. With this mentality, your brain undergoes some performance-enhancing hormonal and neurological changes that have shown to boost confidence, willpower, motivation, decision-making, attractiveness. You name it. Think about an entrepreneur who has a string of successful business launches and product releases. With each win under their belt, their confidence grows, making them more charismatic and able to attract top talent. Their risk tolerance increases as they see more and more opportunities. The winner effect is a huge part of why some founders just seem to be on an unstoppable run. Or look at artists, actors who finally get their big break. That first major recognition boosts their self-belief, which feeds their creative energy and passion for their craft. Suddenly, ideas flow more freely and they are more willing to take creative risks that lead to their best work yet. The point is, once you understand the winner effect, you start to see its fingerprints everywhere in life. Which brings us to the next question. Okay, so how do we activate these winner effect superpowers for yourself? Well, first key is to start celebrating small victories. Tiny wins that you'd normally overlook or brush off as no big deal. Did you wake up on time this morning instead of hitting snooze 5 times? That's a win. Did you reply to all your emails before lunch instead of procrastinating? Celebrate it. Did you stick to your diet at lunch instead of getting takeout? High five yourself. I'm dead serious. Start actively looking for and embracing those small daily wins. It doesn't matter how small or mundane they seem, your brain doesn't make a distinction. It just responds to the biochemical rush of satisfaction. So as you build these mental toughness, you'll start tackling bigger and bigger goals. That's when the real magic happens. Your past successes essentially get coded into your psychological DNA. The high from achieving a goal might eventually wear off, but your brain never forgets what it felt like to be in the winner's circle. So by constantly feeding your brain new reference experiences of you doing hard things, you basically train your brain that way. And just by mentally replaying and reliving those memories, you can reactivate the same motivating neuro cocktail that drove you to succeed in the first place. It's like a positive feedback cycle of confident thinking to confident actions, leading to greater achievements. Plus, the more you accumulate those small, consistent wins over time, the faster your brain is able to recover its winner's mindset whenever you face a setback. And when you're going through a potential setback, the ability to quickly shift your psychology back into the winner's mindset is absolutely crucial here. Because if there's one thing that I've learned in my own self-improvement journey, it's that life will always put roadblocks and curveballs in your path. But when you are dialed into the compounding power of the winner effect, when your mentality and neurochemistry are primed for seeing obstacles as opportunities, you short circuit the potential for getting stuck in those negative cycles. Maybe you hit bad luck in your career or dating life, but without the winner's effect positive momentum, it becomes way too easy to slip into insecurity and self-doubt, to fixate on those losses and draw negativity from them. So you start going like, see, I knew I wasn't good enough. I'm just a loser who always fails at this kind of thing. Why do I even try? You probably heard this dreadful voice in your head. That mentality becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy where each new setback feels like further proof that you're doomed to keep struggling. But with the winner's mindset hardwired into your psyche, you are able to quickly reframe them as temporary course corrections. Your brain knows from experience that a slump is never permanent if you keep showing up, putting in the work, and working the process. All because your mentality is anchored by that winner's momentum, keeping you solution-oriented and confident. This mindset shift is truly a complete game changer in every area of your life. But of course, there's a balance to strike here. Left unchecked, the winner effect can potentially breed arrogance, recklessness, or becoming too much of a relentless workaholic. There's a point where overconfidence can become counterproductive. So I always work on reinforcing this idea that a win is simply doing the work and sticking to the process, not just chasing results. The goal is building consistency and trust in your abilities. For me, this means celebrating things like showing up and putting in quality reps on projects even if I don't have massive results to show for it. Sticking to my morning routine and eating healthy regardless of what the scale says. Having the discipline to work on skills that grow my business even when it's not fun. That's how you transform the winner effect from a cyclical mind hack into a positive lifestyle momentum that keeps propelling you forward through the ups and downs. Because like it or not, there will always be setbacks and plateaus no matter how successful you become. But the key difference between those who keep improving and those who become complacent is their ability to maintain a winning mindset. People who stop improving or lose the will to fall into. One of the biggest mental traps that can destroy the winner effect is unrealistic expectations. I know I've been guilty of this in my own life and business. You have one wildly successful launch or breakthrough result, and suddenly you expect to replicate that level of success again immediately. When you inevitably fall short of those expectations, even with a perfectly respectable outcome, it starts feeling like a disappointment or failure. Your mind easily shifts into catastrophizing those smaller wins as inadequate, which progressively drains your motivation. Next thing you know, you've talked yourself out of the winner's mindset altogether. That's why it's so crucial to realign your expectations, especially after achieving a major milestone. Remind yourself that every big life-altering breakthrough is really the culmination of thousands of smaller wins that came before it. Did you really expect your ultimate career goal or dream physique to just magically appear? Of course not. Those monumental accomplishments are compounded product of years worth of incremental progress. So instead of judging your rate of progress against some imaginary finish line, sustain your momentum over the long haul. Now, there's one more secret ingredient that takes this whole process to a whole new level. So this one's my favorite because it has worked for me personally too many times. The importance of visualization. Your brain struggles to distinguish between a vividly imagined experience and an actual real-life memory. By consistently visualizing yourself achieving your goals and being that successful future version of you, you are subconsciously coding those experiences as reference memories along with all associated thoughts and emotions. This mental programming then shapes your automatic thoughts, perceptions, instincts, and decision making to align with that successful self-image that you've been visioning. It's the ultimate self-fulfilling cycle. First, you visualize and embody the mindset, which then drives the actions that inevitably manifest those envisioned results. Let me know what other ways this idea can be applied in your lives. Leave them in the comments below. And as with all other videos, I sincerely hope this video helps. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications for more videos, and I'll catch you on the next one.